Elegance by Dana, I'm going to be doing a Dutch fishtail braid. What that means is that rather than just going over every time with the strands from the outer edges of a fishtail braid, I'm going to be going under to the opposite sides. And that's about it. So I'm going to first show you my products as always. I love my Redken 28 hairspray. It's got a really firm hold. My bed head manipulator for any flyaways. It's really tacky, as you can see. Sometimes I just take a little bit and put it on the back of my hand so I have it when I'm ready. I'm really only going to need one rubber band, so any kind of rubber band. Some small bobby pins and some long bobby pins. I like my rat tail comb for parting. And to brush it out, I love the wet brush. It doesn't tangle. It's wonderful. So I'm going to get started. This is my client, Stephanie. I just gave her a wonderful V cut in the back. And now we're going to do the Dutch braid. So first you just kind of want to brush out any tangles that might be in there. There we go. And I've got to lower her because I'm kind of short. And she's kind of tall. And I'm going to take kind of a deep parting on this side and go over to the other side. She's got these beautiful natural highlights also. And I'm going to take a little bit of this stuff, the bed head manipulator, and just do a little part. Go ahead and tilt your head towards me right there, perfect. And just part it in the middle so you have two sections. Take from the outer edge a really small section like this, and it's going to go underneath to the other side. Okay? And that's all we're doing until we add a piece. I took another piece from this outer edge, and it's going to go underneath to the other side. So now I have my two sections again. Now when I'm going to add in my next piece, I'm going to take a little section from the top or front and add it in. And I always use my 3 fingers as like my separators. So this is going to go underneath this piece to the other side. Okay, so you still have your 2 sections. So again, I'm going to separate it with my fingers on my other hand. My 3 fingers, this is going to go underneath. I'm going to add some hair. And you still want to use really thin little pieces of hair that you're adding as well. This is going underneath to the other side. And now you're starting to see the braid kind of form right here. Take another little section, put it between your middle finger and ring finger, and then add a little piece just like I did. It's going to go underneath to the other side. So now you have your 2 sections again. And I'm going to put the new one here. So I'm going to take a little piece, separate it, put it in between my middle finger and my ring finger. And I'm not holding it super tight because I want it to be like a really loose look. This is going to go underneath to this side. Just like that. And now take my other piece, and you're just going to keep doing this all the way down. And even though you might want to use really big pieces, don't, because it's supposed to be a thin braid. And now that I've taken all the hair, you can see the pieces you need to take. So this piece is already kind of separated for you. So that makes life a little easier. Same thing on this side. You can see it right here. So I'm going to put that between my middle finger and my ring finger and just keep adding in some hair. It goes underneath to the other side, and you can see this extra piece here. If you want to add hairspray or any type of thing to keep all the flyaways down, you can, but I kind of like the messy look, so I'm actually gonna make it look fatter and thicker when I'm done, because a lot of my clients like that as well. It even looks good if like people want to sleep on it that night, they can always do that. And I'm gonna start taking hair kind of from the back and weaving it in. And her blonde hair shows up so nicely in the video. You don't need to worry about holding it super tight either. It's even better on wet hair, but Stephanie just flat ironed her hair, so I don't want to wet it. And now there's no more hair that I'm going to take from under here for this side, so I'm just going to take the little piece and bring it under. But this side I still get to add some hair. Piece I'm adding. And then we just continue the fishtail braid. And then I'm gonna actually grab some hairspray because it wants to slip out of my hand a little bit. Okay, now she has a good amount of layering in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just tie it off. And then we're gonna make it look really big, even though she already has big hair. Thick hair, I should say. Okay, so we're gonna go in and just pull on these little pieces. And it all depends on how big you really want it. If you wanted to keep it that way in the beginning, you could have. But I say bigger is better. And then the Dutch inverted fishtail braid kind of lays on top rather than being underneath. And I just think it's the prettiest braid ever. I've always liked the fishtail braid, but this one's like laying on top. And then if you wanted to, you could take this hair and just lay it, or you could make it into like a really cool chignon or bun by taking these really long bobby pins and putting one horizontal and a couple vertical that are like crisscrossing that bobby pin. I'm going to do one more. And one more from the bottom. And then you have this really cool kind of going out style if you want. Thanks for watching. There'll be more coming soon. Have a great summer.